This is a huge event on the Samsung Galaxy Championship Tour because world title race is well underway. Sally Fitzgibbons, multiple-time runner-up in the world, takes on Hawaiian Alessa Quizon. Sally Fitzgibbons, a regular footer, and Alessa Quizon, a goofy footer.
She ended up taking that wave, did not better her score, giving herself priority at the end of that heat, and that's where the change happened.
Kicking things off, Sally Fitzgibbons snaps it off the lip. Late hit on the inside corner, and she's down. So she'll get a quick warm-up. Bigger wave out the back for Alessa Quizon. Alessa drives off the bottom. Frontside slash, she'll pass Fitzgibbons with that hack over the lip. Connection through the pier with a beautiful frontside carve before she heads to the north end. Quizon wins the opening exchange. 27 minutes to go, Peter.
Wow, how's that? Wave number 2. We talked about that yesterday, remember? You know, in those 2-3 wave sets. Wave number 2 is going to have that cleaner face. That wave slightly bigger. Great opportunity as it stayed nice and vertical all the way through. Here first, we'll take a look at Sally Fitzgibbons. So the first wave, a little more bump on the face. You know, it hadn't had that sheet cleaned out. And then behind it, a little bigger wave. But look at this wall all the way towards the pier. Cuts that first turn short, knows that she has to get down the line. And look at, she gets 3 turns and then a 4th going into the pier. Great work from Alessa Quizon. What a start for Alessa. She's going to love this. It's going to build her confidence. She's going to go, yeah, I just scored the first wave. First, you know, a couple seconds of the heat. She sits at, you know, number 9, which, again, just outside the cut line in regards to the qualification series and where she, you know, and then sitting 14th, which is 4 spots out. So she needs to fight back here.
Quizon up again, already locking in a 7.77 layback hammer on the oncoming section. And she's already setting up a beautiful start to this heat.
Backing up to 7.77, not wasting any time. She's going to get that second score in the books, and now she can start playing a bit more of the priority game and look for higher quality waves and put more pressure on Sally Fitzgibbons. Sally just a 3.0 on her first wave, so that's a throwaway score. You know, because I think that Alessa is actually going to get her next wave that she gets scored is going to be higher than that. Let's take a look at it. You know, we saw this yesterday, another close heat she had at the very end. She was able to do that type of turn 2 times on the outside and came up just short. But this carbon wrap, she's riding one of those EPS boards from Mayhem, and it allows for that light-footed feel that we saw and then those explosive turns. And that's what that EPS kind of...
Nice work for Alessa. Start off in such a solid way. Now she'll roll in over by the pier bowl, choosing her backhand, draws it under the lip, rips it off the coping, and she gets out of there. So now 3 numbers coming in for the Hawaiian as she's battling against one of the toughest competitors on the top 17 in Sally Fitzgibbons.
That was off the top of his head, folks. He doesn't have any notes. That was straight off the top of the head.
Watching this one, Peter. Sally Fitzgibbons. Clean snap off the top. Hits it off the lip, but goes down. She's been falling on her finishing moves. Not left into the pier so far, Pete.
Well, we saw during that interview, she was busting airs. I like that. I think she, we've seen that on the men's side score really high. And if we see, you know, one of these women pull off a nice solid air, we could see stuff, those scores going to the excellent range. We can't see falls. Those falls need to stop. In those types of conditions, you're going to be the most comfortable and have the best.
Seeing a couple of fun-looking waves come through. Quizon, the Hawaiian, heading for the pier. She's loving these lefts. Already a few moves heading to the pilings. Now a little redirect in the whitewater. Looking to protect her lead over Fitzgibbons. Her low score of 4.5. She started out of the gates with a 7.77 to put pressure on the Australian with 17:20 to go. Oftentimes, she's all about overall performance, and she always can stay light on her feet to perform here at Huntington Beach. Looks like Fitzgibbons will go straight up vertical to start. Classic little finishing move. She'll try to really force the issue to get the finish. Pretty hard on that finishing section when it really goes soft and it can bend out to sea on you when you need a major maneuver. Well, how'd you like her form there, Pete?
The low tide, I think, is part of that, too. And it gets into that shallow water. It loses a lot of its energy really quickly. You know, at the higher tide, you'll see it kind of flow over the top of that as we see up and riding again.
Quick snap for Quizon. Hard off the bottom. There's that layback once again, attacking that oncoming section, but she ends up going down. She got a 4.5 for a single version of that layback hack. It's kind of fun when you see certain surfers kind of create a signature move that you really start looking forward to seeing, and I'm really enjoying her form on that layback, as we'll now check out her 5.67 here, Pete.
Well, nice vertical hit off the top. You know, again, great wave choice. She was able to find these waves peeling towards the pier on her forehand, feeling comfortable. You know, same thing we saw Sally. These lefts seem to be actually the choice right now. That's probably going to be her best wave. This is going to get her back in the heat. You know, two beautiful combination of major maneuver, but also a bit of variety in the approach into the lip.
Started seeing how much talent that Mia had. Back to this one. Classic little backhand jam for Fitzgibbons. A great start. Hammers it on the inside again. So Fitzgibbons had a 6.83 2 waves ago. Needed a 6.62 to get a lead change.
Let's see. Let's take a look at that one again. You know, Sally Fitzgibbons is never going to be one to give up. You see, nice size set wave. Beautiful first hit off the top there. Nice and strong. Two-turn combo there. You know, she had to kind of chase down that second maneuver. It didn't come flowing in.
She's tried to mix it up in the early stages of this heat, looking for ramps, but it's probably just going to come down to her rail work. Numbers drifting in now with 7:15 to go. It's an 8.17.
Yeah, I felt like it might have gone excellent. It was such a strong maneuver for that first move, and she was able to, you know, clean it up at the end.
As we check out the heat recap, the second heat in the lineup all went way of the Hawaiian. Alessa Quizon opened things up with a 7.77 and the lead.
It sure seemed like we were going to see a dominating performance from Alessa, but the comeback kid, Sally Fitzgibbons, was able to find some at the end here. Again, a 7.77 to start this heat. What a way to start. But that vertical approach and the finish from Sally Fitzgibbons started the comeback, a 6.83, and then she gets the best wave of the heat. Nice, strong first turn, and then again cleans that up right next to the pier with an 8.17 and took the lead. And now pressure back on Alessa to find that 7.24.
And now Fitzgibbons is heating up. Pier bowl right option, already into her second move off the top. And will just stay active under priority, approaching the 5-minute warning. Alessa Quizon sees a set coming through, and she'll try to answer back now. She gets a wave like she had at the start of this heat. She can get her lead back. Is she feeling the pressure against Fitzgibbons? She'll choose her backhand now. Solid start. First turn off the top, jams it in front of Fitzgibbons, but Sally duck diving forces Alessa to try to fade even further and loses the final turn. And now looking at 4:30 to go. Quizon has a solid backhand, and Sally Fitzgibbons got this right just before. It's not going to go into her top two, but still keeping in rhythm, Pete.
Yeah, and it's feeling like that she's, you know, got this the confidence. You know, now we're not seeing the falls, and we see the replay here of Alessa again trying to push it. Almost. I mean, she had to literally redirect out of the way of Sally Fitzgibbons. Huh. I didn't catch that on the earlier. You see, she's got her eyes on the lip. Does the turn here, and then right there she gets her eyes directly on Sally, and she has to get out of her way. You can see that was a full effect of Sally in the zone. Huh. That's interesting to me.
Decision for Quizon as she's trying to force the score. Needs something major here. Hard snap off the lip, off the bottom again, in a challenging section. She'll end up going down.
A little late getting there. She was on her way. I like that first turn.
But when you think of how important this round two result would be, that's a tough way to go down.
Sure is.
We hear the horn. Quizon runs out of time. Sally Fitzgibbons, former U.S. Open champ, moving on into round three. The red jersey surviving a pretty challenging second round effort from Gilmore to Sally. Now the focus will be on world number one, Courtney Conlogue.